गुरुरेव गति गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सखास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरुः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्मि गुरो मम पाहि गुरो सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेदमभेदकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकादर आजुहाव पुत्रेदि तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुस्तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. Sarvebhyah namaskaraha. We saw the primary creation and the secondary creation of Brahmadeva, and in the last video we saw the Varaha avatara of Bhagavan Srimad Narayana, and we also saw that in that avatara Bhagavan Srimad Narayana, when he uplifted the Mahi earth from the Rasadala and placed it in between his tusks, an Ashura attacked him. He obstructed Bhagavan from taking that Mahi from that position. So, why did he do that? That was the question of Sri Vidura. Sri Vidura asked the sage Maitreya, what was the reason behind the Ashura attacking Bhagavan and obstructing him from taking the Mahi from there? What was the reason behind it? And Sage Maitreya said the whole story to Sri Vidura. Didi was the daughter of Daksha Prajapati and the wife of Kashyapa Rishi. Daksha Prajapati had many daughters, and understanding their desire and wish to marry Kashyapa Rishi, Daksha Prajapati gave 13 of his daughters, 13 of his daughters in marriage to Kashyapa Rishi. In that time, it happened like that, and it was not a wrongdoing or anything. One Rishi marrying taking many wives. So he married 13 daughters of Daksha Prajapati. Kashyapa Rishi married 13 daughters of Daksha Prajapati, and Didi and Aditi were two among them. And Didi is the wife of Kashyapa Rishi. One day, Didi had an overwhelming passion, desire to have a child, have a progeny. Of course, it is the dharma of a grahastha to get an offspring or have a progeny as a couple. But the time they choose, that is the time in which the desire came to Didi, was not appropriate time because it was the Sandhya period. Sandhya period, especially the evening Sandhya period and the morning Sandhya period, are reserved for meditation, worship of Bhagavan, because it's such an auspicious time. There are 4 Sandhya periods in 24 hours. The first is maybe the ending, the changing of the night to the morning period. That is, will be around the 6 o'clock. That muhurta. Muhurta means 48 minutes. That is one Sandhya period. The next Sandhya period is from the changeover from the morning to afternoon, around 12 noon. That is another Sandhya period. And the third Sandhya period is from the changeover from the afternoon to the evening and night. That is evening 6:30, that around that time. That Muhurta is another Sandhya period. And the fourth Sandhya period is from the night to the late night, that is around 12 in midnight. So these are the four Sandhya periods. These four Sandhya periods also have very strong magnetic attraction and so many powers in it. Especially the evening Sandhya period is known for worshipping Bhagavan, and like that also morning Sandhya period. And Didi approached her husband Kashyapa Prajapati in the desire to get an offspring in the Sandhya period. So Kashyapa Rishi said, "Of course, I have to satisfy your desire because I am your husband, but this is not that appropriate period. Yatha mam nadivochanti muhurtam pratipaleha." This muhurtam has to be avoided. Otherwise, the other people will criticize me because I am a rishi. I should not indulge in an act of maya during this muhurtam. It is reserved for worshipping of Bhagavan, meditation like that, any spiritual purpose. But I will satisfy your desire after this muhurtam. But Diti was so adamant because of her overwhelming desire to have a progeny, because all her sisters, they have children, and everyone was asking her, what about your child and all that. So he was not convinced by the explanation given by Kashyapa Rishi, her husband. And Kashyapa Rishi also pointed out that this Sandhya period is the period to do all the spiritual worship or anything. Moreover, in this period, the Rudra and his emissaries will be roaming around. And if anyone is indulged in an act of Maya at this Muhurta, then they will teach us renunciation in their own way. That is, they will punish us. So please wait till the Muhurta is over. But Diti was so adamant. And Kashyapa Rishi also said that we all rishis, we worship Bhagavan Shiv or Rudra to come over Maya. I am a rishi. If I myself indulge in such an act of Maya, then he will be very angry. And even the Bhutanganas will be angry. So please wait till the Muhurta is over. But she cannot control her passion. But Didi's powerful passion to have a progeny was not subdued. Savaim samvidide bharta manmadonmatidendriya jagraha vaso brahmarshe vrushaliva gadatrapa. So, unable to overcome her passion, she invited the rishi to have a progeny. And that is the grihastha dharma. She didn't do anything wrong, but the time was wrong. So the rishi has to succumb to her desire. Later, Kashyapa Rishi purified himself and he chanted the Gayatri Mantra. As we all know, Gayatri Mantra takes away or destroys all the toxins in our body as well as in our mind. It purifies us completely. And he chanted Gayatri Mantra for a long time. And at the same time, Diti was also so ashamed and she felt some guilt in her. So she worshipped Rudra to save her fetus. She said, Namo Rudraya Mahate Deva Yograya Midushe Shivaya Nyasta Dhandaya Drudha Dandaya Manyave. Oh, salutations to Rudra, salutations to Rudra. Let my prayers not go in vain. You are that Mahadeva who takes the form of Rudra during the Pralaya to destroy this creation. So salutations to you, Rudra. Sana prasidatam bhamo bhagavanurvanugraha vyadasyapyanukhambhyanam strinam devas satipatihi. O Satipati, the husband of Sati, my sister, you are very gracious. You are forgiving even to a cruel man who do cruel sins. Let him grace me too. And save my fetus. And at the same time, Kashyapa Prajapati doing this, chanting this Gayatri mantra and purifying himself, he came to Didi and said, because of your uncontrollable passion and because of the wrong timing, tava abhadre jadaradhamau bhavishyataha. You will get two offsprings, two sons who are abhadra, dushta. They will be very cruel, and they will destroy rishis, sages, and devas, women, and men also, children. They will destroy everyone for them to show their power. So they will destroy and disturb innocent people, and the holy men will be harassed by them. So at one time, Bhagavan will be very angry with them because he wants to save his creation. So at that time, out of anger, in order to protect the universe, he will incarnate himself and he will kill them. And you know what reply Didi, as a mother, she gave? Vadam Bhagavata Sakshat Sunabhodara Bahuna Asha se putra yor mahyam ma kruddhat brahmanad vibho. I am satisfied, Rishi. I am only happy that they will die in the hands of Bhagavan. But that Bhagavan who holds disc and Sudarshana in his hands, I am only happy to learn about this. But let my sons or my children not be cursed by any Brahmana or by rishis or the people who know Vedas. Because if they are cursed by a Brahmana or by the rishis, then they will not get help from anyone in their subsequent births. So it is good that they are killed by the hands of Bhagavan who holds the Shanga Chakra. But they should not be cursed by any Brahmana or any rishis who are the people who know Vedas. Then they will be alone in this world. And Kashyapa Rishi also said, since you have repented for your mistakes, that's why you worshipped to Rudra. You have repented your mistake, and you also know that what you have done is wrong, and you have learned to respect Rudra as well as me. You have understood to know about my passions and my desire or my dharma. Basically, you learned about my dharma also. So, you will get a very good grandson. That is, he says, Putrasyaiva cha putranam bhavitaikas satam matah gasyanti yadyasha shuddham Bhagavadyasha samam. Bhagavadyasha samam. He will be equal to the yashas, that is the kirti, the glory of the Bhagavan. He will be equal to that. Who son's son, that is his grandson, will be of great glory, equal to the power of the yashas of the Bhagavan himself, and he will be blessed or equal or lovable to the holy men. Gasyanti, everyone will praise him. He is Shuddham, pure, and everyone will praise his glory also. Like that, a grandson will be born in your line. Yat prasadaditam vishwam prasidadi yadatmakam Saswadrug Bhagavan Yasya Doshate Ananya Yadrisha. Ananya Bhakti, by his Ananya Bhakti, he will please Bhagavan. Bhagavan will be pleased by him because, as the creator of this universe, and Bhagavan will be pleased by this grandson of yours because he will realize that Bhagavan is the only Satya. Bhagavan is the only Satya, and he will realize that Bhagavan is his own self by his unswearing, one-pointed devotion. He will please Bhagavan. He will be above body consciousness and high-souled person. The Kashyapa Rishi is referring to Bhakta Prahalada. Savai Maha Bhagavato Mahatma Mahanubhavo Mahatam Mahishtaha Pravriddha Bhaktyanubhavitashaye Nivesha Vaikundamimam Vihasyati. Kashyapa Rishi said that Mahabhagavata, he will be a great Bhakta. Mahatma, he will be very intelligent, wise. He's a great Bhakta. He will be a great Bhakta. Mahanubhava, a great soul person. Mahatam Mahishtaha, he will be dear to many Mahatmas. Pravriddha Bhaktya, by his bhakti. Anubhavidashaye, he will become pure-minded, and he will purify himself by his one-pointed devotion. And Nivesha Vaikunta, he will always meditate on Bhagavan who is in Vaikunta. Imam Vihasyati, he will live here and worship on Bhagavan who is in Vaikunta, who is residing in Vaikunta. He will always meditate on that Bhagavan, worship that Bhagavan being here. So that will be your son's son, that is Bhakta Prahalada. And he will not be interested in any worldly enjoyments. He is very virtuous. He will have no enemies. He cannot bear the sufferings of others. He gives relief, or he gives comfort or consoles everyone who are tortured by their karma or who suffer from the miseries of life. He cannot bear the suffering of others. Such a good soul he will be. Andarbahishchamalamabjanetram Swapurusheshchanugruhitarupam Pautrastava Shrilalanalalamam Drashtaspurat Kundalamanditananam. Your grandson of yours, he will meditate Bhagavan in him, and he will see everyone as Bhagavan Srimad Narayan outside also. He doesn't see any other form, any difference in any form. Everyone is Narayana to him. Such a great Bhakta he will be. Suppose sometimes when we constantly think about a person, about our child or son or daughter, whether they are coming back from school or college, when we see that person, any person at a distance, we will think that, oh, he is coming, because our mind is completely of his image. Just like that, Bhakta Prahalada's mind is completely filled with Narayana Smriti, one and only Narayana. So whatever he sees and whoever he see only Bhagavan Srimad Narayana. So inside also he meditate, inside also he meditate on Bhagavan Srimad Narayana. And outside also he see no other Rupa than Bhagavan Srimad Narayana. And whom does he meditate? That Bhagavan who is lotus-eyed and Amalam, stainless, who assumes the form according to the desire of the bhaktas. He assumes that form according to the mind of the bhaktas, whose face is adorned with shining earrings, that is kundala, and always Lakshmi with him. So such a noble soul will be born as your grandson. He will be praised by all. He will be a great bhakta, always meditating on Bhagavan Srimad Narayana and always thinking about him, seeing every form as Srimad Narayana. He will be a great bhakta, and many will follow him. Many will follow him. Many will be benefited by him. This sage Kashyapa Rishi, who is the husband of Didi, after worshipping Bhagavan, purifying himself and worshipping Bhagavan, he said this to his wife, that is to Didi. And Didi was so happy, satisfied. Anyway, my children, even though they are cruel, they will be killed by the hands of, by the Sudarshana Chakra or by any weapons of Bahaman. He will be killed by Bahaman. It's okay for me, because Didi was also a great bhakta. Because of her uncontrollable passion to have a child, which is a grahastha dharma only, but the timing was so wrong, and because of that she has to get all these results. So she was so happy, and she was more than happy because she will get the grandson who was a great bhakta of Bhagavan. And so that is the importance of Sandhya Muhurta. We have to worship Bhagavan at that time, then we will get everything good. But if we do any adharmic act during that Sandhya period, then this will be the repercussions of that. So with this ends chapter 14 of Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavata Mahapurana. I will continue with the rest of the chapters of Srimad Bhagavata Purana in my next upload. Shri Narayana Khila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.